Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you how I created a vocal template in Cubase 15 Pro. This is for beginners because if y'all know, I'm a beginner because I just started using Cubase a couple of days ago. I'm going to make it as easy and clear as possible. So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And let's go ahead and get into this video. So this is the template that I came up with in Cubase and we're going to recreate it. I'm not going to show you like the settings and stuff, but I'm just going to show you how to actually build a vocal template that will work for you. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and do a new project. And this is the window that you'll come up with. If I'm correct, this is called the Smart Hub. This is what it looks like in 15 Pro. It's going to look a little different in the other versions. You want to make sure that for your audio driver, you're setting it up for your audio interface, which mine is going to be the M4. And I'm just going to create an empty template. And I'm just going to go to projects and, just make a new folder. Doesn't matter. I'm just going to go into this one because this is just like a scrap. Now we have an empty template open. And what I'm going to do is go to audio inputs. So this is what mine looks like. I'm just going to remove the bus. Yours might be empty. So what you want to do is add bus, and I'm going to name mine print track because I do like put some plugins on here to print. I always make sure mine is mono because I record in mono, and I'm just going to make one of these, and this is what it looks like. And then if yours doesn't show an audio device, just click right here and your audio device should pop up. And that's literally it. For output, same thing. If I remove this, I add a bus. I'm going to do a stereo output, and I'm just going to call this output and create one. And I just want to make sure that my M4 is set. Now mine shows 3 and 4, but I'm really on 1 and 2. But the only thing is I have my 1 and 2 connected to the control room, as you guys can see. So if you don't use control room, like just like this, what I can do is remove this, go back to output, and I could change this right here to 1 and 2, and it's going to work the exact same way. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to come to this area, which is where my tracks usually are. I'm going to right click and click add audio track. And this is where I'm going to add my audio tracks. And for here, I can really put like no input or whatever, but I just leave it at print track, honestly. Configuration, my audios I always set to mono. I'm not going to make any name yet. Let's just make like 8 of these. And we'll just set it to blue for now because I'm going to switch it up. So now we just made some audio tracks, right? So what I'm going to do right here, I'm going to name this beat, and I click tab to go down to the next one. And I'm going to name this record, lead, ad libs, dub left, dub right, dub center, and boom. That's just if we're doing a basic template, right? So for my dubs, I'm actually going to change this to a different color. So we'll use yellow. I just like color coordinating so I know what's going on. For my lead, we can do green. Doesn't really matter. We can keep it blue here. For the beat, we can use purple. And then for record, I always make record red. Now we have our colors, right? If your colors aren't set like this, where it shows just like this, you can go up to Cubase, settings, go down to user interface, go to track and mix console channel color. And you just want to make sure mix console channel is on. If I click apply, as you guys can see, there's no color except for the top and bottom. But if I turn mix console channels on and click apply, it changes the entire thing. Everything is just routed to the output, which is this right here. We want to create some buses. So what we're going to do is right click in this space, not over here, because this is where we're going to create our tracks, but we can right click in this space and we're going to click add effect. Okay. And when we add effect, this is going to be our effects, our delay, our reverb, our doubler, our throw delay, exciter, parallel compression, things like that. Those are going to be our effects. I'm going to do all my effects in pink. And let's just say I do 5 of them. Okay. And I'm going to create these inside of a folder. I'm going to make sure they're stereo, and audio output can go straight to the output. That's fine for now. So now we have effects, right? So the way we would deal with this, if we were to add effects on here, we would come down to send, click on here, and now we see effects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is where we would play around with like our reverb. We'll just click this power button to turn it on. And this is how we would bring in as much or as little of the effect we want. So let's just make this reverb. We're going to organize reverb, come over here, delay, doubler, parallel, compression, and we just need one, so we'll say exciter. So now if we come back, as you guys can see, delay. If we come back, that's how we would do that. Now say we want to create auxes for the vocal tracks. What we would do is right click over here again, and we're gonna click add group. And let's just add 3 groups. We're gonna keep it stereo. We're not gonna name it yet. And for our groups, we can do orange. Add group. So let's just say this is what it is. And just to make this a little bit better, I'm gonna bring this right here. This is gonna be the group for the dub, so dub group. We're gonna bring this over here for the leads, right here, and then we're gonna do leads group. And say we had multiple ad libs, we can actually bring this one to the ad libs and do ad libs group. So now what we would do is we would come over here, and we're going to change our output. Instead of straight to just the output, we're going to change it to leads group. Okay. And we're going to do that for both of these. So now whatever is going on leads group is going to affect these 2 tracks. So for ad libs, we're going to route this to ad libs. And for dubs, we're going to route this to the dubs group. If we mess with the volume, say we turn down the volume -8 dBs or -7.5 dBs, all of these now will go down -7.5 or -8 dBs without having to use these faders individually. So what I'm going to do is right click here, and I'm going to go down to load effects, and I'm going to click on lead vocal aux. I'm going to actually show y'all now that we have this situated, right? I'm going to do is just record something random. All right, so we are recording something random. We are recording something random for this YouTube video. If I bring this down here to lead group, and let me turn this off first. So as you guys can see, nothing is on the inserts of the actual lead track, and I bypassed the inserts on the leads group so you guys can see. So this is what it sounds like with nothing. All right, so we are recording something random. We are recording something random for this YouTube video. All right, so say we decide to unbypass. Watch this. All right, so we are recording something random. We are recording something random for this YouTube video. So say we wanted to turn the volume down on both. Like I said, instead of having to turn the volume down on the actual faders of the track, you can handle all of that with the lead group. So let's add something else real quick so you guys can see. All right, so we are recording something random. Something random. We are recording something random for this YouTube video. All right, so let's just bring this down here. So now watch this. All right, so we are recording something random. Something random. We are recording something random. Oh my gosh. YouTube video. Okay, so this is a group. Anything that's being done here is going to affect these 2, which is what we want. All right, so let's go over to reverb, and I'm going to load in a reverb real quick. All right, so now if we come back over to lead group and we just click on reverb, anything that's done with this reverb on the lead group is going to affect the vocal tracks. Watch this. All right, so we are recording something random. Something random. We are recording something random. Oh my gosh. For this YouTube video. So groups are amazing. That's what you want to use rather than trying to deal with each track separately. And of course, it helps with CPU. It helps with no latency, things like that. Say we wanted to take our lead group and we wanted to route it to a different channel. Say we want to route it to a mix bus. Add group, mix bus. Let's just add a random color. And I accidentally set that. Let's do right here. Add track. And boom, we got our mix bus, right? So now what we can do is come to output and route our lead group to a mix group. And now anything that's being handled here will then leak into mix bus. All right, so that's how you would create a template. That's how you'd use effects, groups, and things like that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Hopefully this helped, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.